Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm sure you're going to be the budding future table tennis champions, right? Yes. Okay. So, first of all, a very happy table tennis day to you all. For us, every day is a table tennis day, right? Not only April 6th. So, wishing you that first. And I'm really happy to be here today and to talk about the sport about which I have been associated for the past 17 years. So, it gives me immense pleasure to be here today. And to describe my journey, I would describe it as a learning experience. So, that is what I want to speak to you about today. It has transformed me into an empowered woman as well as a beautiful human being, I believe. So, to begin with, I'll begin with how I started table tennis. That is me. Yeah. So I started table tennis at the age of just 5 and a half. It was my father, both my parents, who put me into the sport. They wanted me to play an indoor sport because I was very chubby and fat when I was small. So they wanted me to play some sport. But initially, I didn't like the sport. I just felt that it is a burden. See, after I go to school again, I had to come back and go for practice. And my all my other friends would be sitting at home watching TV, eating whatever they like. But I couldn't do all of these things. So I didn't like it pretty much. But then my father and my coach kept on encouraging, you should work hard, you should work hard. But I didn't really know why I was working so hard. So I kept on playing. And I still remember my first win, a major win that was in the under 10 category. I had been losing to that girl for quite a while. But then I made this victory at under 10 in a state championship. So I still remember that match. Then I thought, after receiving the trophy, I thought, yeah, all my hard work is paid off. I have done everything in my life. I was so happy. But then when I look back to my coach, he wasn't really like not very happy as I was. So I was thinking, what's the matter? Why isn't he so happy? Then that is when I learned the first biggest lesson of my life. That is aim big. So that is aim big. That we should not be satisfied with what we have. We should be happy, but we should always keep working for what is there for the future. We should always set our goals high. So that is the first lesson my coach taught me, and from where I went on to be the only player from India in the Asian team, and I won gold medal in the World Championship in under 15 category. I traveled almost 7 countries for playing international level tournaments. I won a bronze medal in national games. All this happened because my coach always motivated me to work hard and set your goals high. So I want you all to do the same. Never be satisfied. I won a tournament, it's not over. You have to dream, your dreams transform into your thoughts, and that should result in action. Right? I hope that's clear to you. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you all know her, right? Who is she?
Manika
Yes.
Batra.
So you all will be becoming like her in the future. You should be confident. At least you should give it a try, right? Yeah, good. Okay. So the next point is enjoy the process. As I said, when I started table tennis, I consider it as a burden, right? So I never really enjoyed the process. I was always under pressure. I have the next tournament, so I should win that. I should win that. But I think that is a mistake I did in my career. So I don't want you all to repeat that. You need to enjoy the process. If you hit a good forehand topspin, appreciate yourself every day. So if you're doing fitness, you're improving day by day, be happy about it. And I can really see that you all are having enjoying the process here by all these things you have been conducting for this week. So I'm sure you have already done that. I need not tell more about it, I think so. So that's what I have written. If you love the work, what you do, you don't feel it as a hard work, right? You will put in more and more effort. And that's how we gain more, right? Okay, so we'll go to the next one. I think this may be most a serious concern for all the parents out here. How you will manage table tennis as well as academics, and I'm sure all parents have this concern, right? Even my parents had the same, but they never let me go away from the sport. And I can assure you from my experience that table tennis is never a hurdle for your studies. it actually enhances your studying capability. And it's a proven fact that table tennis improves your concentration and focus very much. So in my childhood, I always observed that I could study my portions really fast than other students. I used to miss a lot of classes because of the tournaments and all. But still, I used to score 95% marks. How was that possible? It's because table tennis improved my focus and concentration. And I knew there was only little time. We have only little time right after going home to study. So we know that and we keep our full focus on studies. So, and also I have seen many parents leaving sport because their kids had to study. So today I want to say here, like, even if they are a little weak in studies, you can encourage them in sports so that they have other opportunities in life and not only studies, right? And after all, your kid will be very happy. That is what we all want, right? To be happy in our life. So never stop the sport that you have started. Okay, we'll go to the next. And I want to say that there is a lot of recognition that is going to come your way. See, I'm sure in your school, not many of them would be playing a sport, right? Only a few of you. So every time they'll ask you, oh, you have won a tournament. So that means you're standing out in a crowd. Everyone is going to recognize you, even though you haven't won many medals also. Being a sports person will give you the respect wherever you go. And I have experienced that all through my life. Still, I remember an incident while in the initial stages, I had won some state ranking tournament, and I was going around in school with my best friend. She was standing for that school captain election. So I was going around with her, campaigning for her. So I still remember this incident. Then the break time came, and all kids were like rushing out. And one kid came through the middle, and she came and touched me, and she's telling, "I touched her, I touched her." So see, that are small instances. These are little things, but I still remember all these things. These are all small recognitions that come our way. And I now have a job with my table tennis. I got a job in Canara Bank through sports quota. I never expected that I was going to get a job when I started the sport, right? So now I have a good job. So it is not only now you will see the benefit of table tennis till the end of your life. It's not only today that you are going to enjoy it. So this is the most important part I want to tell. Like, even if you don't gain anything from this, after all, we want to live a long life, healthy life with our loved ones, right? So table tennis gives us that. To maintain physical health, 1 hour or 2 hour of table tennis practice will anyway help you. Even if you are not playing professionally, try to find time to play at least 1 hour. Even if you are studying, your exams are going on, come here and play. That will make your mind fresh. Yeah. Next is the mental training aspect. And this is something which I lacked in my career, but I want you all to do. If you're playing competitive sport, it is very important that you train your mind as important as you train your body or your skills. So if you are getting like more involved into the sport, I would suggest you to do yoga and meditation, which will enhance your performance on the sport also. And also during match time, it is always good whenever you are down. Okay, I'm like 9-5 down or 7-3 down. Keep talking to yourself. Come on, I can do it. I can do it. You should keep talking to yourself. Self-talk is really important. It will, like in every match, it can take you a long way. You can even turn the like even like 9-3 down. I still remember I have won a match in state championship. What I did was just I kept telling myself I can do it. I can do it. Nothing was going right, but I kept on motivating me. So that is really important. So I think this is a cliche thing we always hear in sports, right? Failure, success, failure. Again, we are trying. Again, we are trying for success. And in real life, I think as kids, we do not face outside much success and failure. But sports teaches you from childhood how to deal with failure and success. Last 2 days before, I was going through my Instagram and I saw Sania Mirza speaking about this. she told like sports teaches children in the most practical way how to deal with failure and success. Both teaches us lessons. And when you all reach my age, if you're struggling with something, a job or something else, maybe outside personal matters also, this sports is going to help you there. So always it will give you the power to keep trying, never give up, keep trying. If you lose one tournament, what you're going to do? You're going to try more harder the next time, right? So you need to apply this in your life also. This is also one major aspect in table tennis or any other sport. The parents are the people who are with the kid throughout their life, right? Coaches may change, you may change the academy, but parents are always there. When I came here, I saw that auntie putting shoes for her child. So I was asking my mom, oh, even you used to do this for me. Then she used to tell me, like, yeah, I also put shoes for you, get your bag ready. So I have received this kind of support. They have never let me down. Even when I lose matches, there was a phase when I was always losing in the national level. So I used to get really depressed. So it was my parents who kept on motivating me. It's okay, it's okay. It's possible for you. You keep working hard. So to the parents, that's what I want to tell you. Like, even if your child is not performing well now, you keep on motivating them. And I'm sure they'll become successful at any point of time because no hard work goes in vain. So also at this moment, I want to thank my parents who have been with me all through this time, and they are the most important reason that I am speaking also here today. It motivated me so much. I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion. It is not about winning one tournament. Also, you will become champions in your life. And I am so happy that I have reached this far and I'm still trying. So I want you also to keep trying and become champions in your life. Right? Thank you so much. You may watch my TEDx talk as well. I have told some more things in that. And anytime, if you want to ask me any doubts, feel free to ask me. Not only today, you can contact me anytime.
Thank you, Maria. Thanks a lot. Q&A, and then we have the next speaker ready with us on Zoom. Okay. Anyone has any questions you'd like to ask Maria?
How did you grow up as a national player?
Sorry?
How did you grow up as a national player?
That's what you explained all the way.
Okay, it's fine. So it is really important that you have a good coach from your beginning. So you must find a good coach in academy, and I'm sure you're in the right place right now. And you should keep working. Like, both physical fitness is important as well as training on the court. And always keep asking your coach, what are your mistakes? How can I improve from it? So that you need to keep updating, and slowly you will start seeing the progress. I cannot tell today that tomorrow you are going to be a national player. You need to give it time. You need not get disappointed. Keep trying. One day, if you are working really hard and sincerely, one day you will get the result.
Rishabh, do you have any questions? Yes. Think about it. Okay, any questions from the parents? All right. So one question I had was with respect to adapting to change. The sport is evolving so fast. So imagine you're playing a funny rubber player in a match, and you're seeing that particular rubber for the first time. So what is the strategy you go with in that particular match? In case you lose against them, next time you play, how do you overcome that particular challenge?
Yeah, that's true. And I am a little weak against odd rubbers also. So I always go with a little tension in my mind. What I do is, before match, I just imagine how I'm going to play that match. If I have played that opponent before, I just imagine how I played the last match, what mistakes I did. then I just close my eyes and I just like imagine that I'm playing that match. I just play that match on my mind, how I'm going to play, how I'm going to win those points. Okay, then I go on to the court. But there will be slight differences when we are playing. We cannot implement our 100%. That is sure. But it's important that we stick to our plan. Like whatever we have imagined, we should try to keep playing that. And even if we lose that match, we will know what all mistakes we did, and I will do that in practice the next time to improve. That is what one thing I do. I imagine myself playing that match before playing.
That's the power of visualization. You cannot implement it. So your mind really cannot distinguish between real training and you imagining things.
Yes.
If you're able to imagine that you're training well, then that translates into reality.
So if you are a person like you get too much stress, it is good to do some yoga or meditation that will really enhance you. I haven't done that in my early stages of my career. That's why I'm telling you now. That is really important. That will really help you enhance your performance.
So with respect to food, on the day of the match or just before the match, or during the match, what are the kinds of what is the diet you follow? You eat heavy the day before. During the match, you have a chocolate. What is that you
Like usually like any day, if it's not a match day, I don't really keep a diet that I should not eat this. Maximum I reduce junk. That is the one thing I do. But still, I don't follow a particular diet. I eat healthy food, like whatever is cooked at home, healthy food I eat, and also dates and nuts. I used to carry them whenever I go for match. So even if matches are like back to back and we don't have time to have proper food, that will keep us going. Banana, dates, nuts, that we should have it always. So on a match day, I prefer like eating that more than having like rice or some heavy lunch. Breakfast I have properly, but lunch I not have. Usually I have this dates, nuts, and banana.
So eat light and make sure you don't
Yeah.
starve yourself as well.
Yeah, that's important. You don't starve, also we don't overeat. So it should be a balance in between.
I've seen many players, they just have breakfast, they not eat anything till they finish the matches in the evening. So your energy will last only for some time. After that, your performance will deteriorate.
And keep drinking water, that is also very important.
Okay. So nutrition done, sleep pattern. Do you get before a big tournament? You don't get that sleep, you're excited, that kind of thing. So how do you make sure you get that 8 hours of sleep, or what do you do generally?
That is true. If you are going to play a quarterfinal or semi-final in a national, we really feel that tension. But when I played, it was mostly if you start main draw round of 32 till semi, it will be there on one span of day. So I haven't experienced that much. But usually this happens. I don't really do any tricks. Just go to sleep. Don't think much when you're going to sleep. Like before match, you think about it. Overthinking is also not good. Like when you're going to sleep, just sleep. Keep your mind calm. No need to think about the next day when you're going to bed. That's all I can tell about it.
And one more thing was with respect to playing league stage or group stage compared to a knockout stage. Whenever players play in the league stage, there is a chance of them slightly relaxing, saying, okay, this match, if I take it a little easy, still I can be part of it. But in nationals, in most of the other places, it's like top two qualify for the knockouts. In nationals, it's like only one from every two. So how is the experience different from the league stage to the knockout stage, as you play point per point?
No, what I do is I do the same amount of preparation for every match. I make sure that even if I have a little upper hand against that opponent, I make sure that I prepare well. Like we do not know, like in the match situation, they may play slightly better that day. So we should not take any match in a relaxing way. Every match, even if it's a qualifying match or we are playing a final, the preparation should be safe. That's what I believe.
Superstitions and routines that you
Yeah, I have superstitions. I think most of the sports person have some kind of superstition. I'm sure it's not in a practical way. If you think it's not going to help, it will just boost our confidence. When I was in India number two in juniors, I made sure that I play with that one T-shirt till finals. I don't know. It gives me some kind of confidence that if I wear this, I'm going to win. But there is nothing like that. I want you all to not to follow that. Just believe in your hard work. What you have done, practice. If you have done that sincerely, obviously you are going to have the result. But it's okay to have a little bit superstition, not much.
We have the dead opposite. Naveen ji will change for t-shirt.
For me, it's like from the round of 32 till final, it will be that day. So I make sure I wear that same t-shirt and play.
Some sort of positive
Yes,
vibration.
yes.
It's all in mind. And I had seen someone who used to use the same towel for toweling, and he was keeping it in a place, and no one is supposed to even touch that. If they touch, his result will be affected. It's like he's having
Some people
superpower in
have
the towel.
like if a particular person puts the back number, they are going to win. There are many like that I have heard from my friends. But it's not going to help in a practical way. But if you have something, you can keep it, no problem.
Naveen ji, have any questions? Lata?
From with the World Table Tennis Day, we have this female empowerment as the theme. So, your opinion on how is the female equality in the sport, the TT in particular, and your experiences?
Yeah. As a female, I never have felt that there is any distinction. We are all equal, right? That's what I have been believing from my childhood, and I never really have felt any like discrimination as such. But the only thing which I can say is the prize money is different for girls and boys, and I feel that's not a right thing. All are putting the same amount of effort, so I feel that is one thing which I have noticed in my career. Other than that, it's all the same. We are also playing with boys, they are playing with us. There is there should not be no such difference, I feel.
Very much agree. And it's a very valid point to take up.
In my career, I never have felt any discrimination like that. In the table tennis fraternity, I feel everyone they don't feel you're a boy or you're nothing like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does a vegetarian diet over a period of time result in a lack of recovery when you go up slightly when the gains start becoming tougher?
Yeah, I am a non-vegetarian, but I have seen many vegetarians who are on the top rank, and vegetarian diet is really good. There is nothing like you need to have non-veg. It is good. It is important that we have healthy food. It's not non-veg. I have many friends who are playing at my level who are vegetarians. So I don't
Not-
think, not
They say about protein supplements.
yeah, but it's important to have healthy food, and in vegetarian we have many of it. So I don't feel it's important to eat non-veg food. And there is one series in Netflix telling about the importance of vegetarian food. I don't remember the name, but if you watch that, after watching that only, even I changed my concept. Even I thought we need to have some meat, but it's not like that. Vegetarian healthy food would be fine.
I'll share that link. So yeah, vegan food is the latest thing that
Yeah.
most of the sports people are going towards. It also produces better recovery, is what is stated. You can go through it. It's again choices at the end of it. It cannot be imposed on everyone. So you can
Yeah,
see what is the
you
best thing for you and what works for you.
It depends on person to person.
So you have a question. Any supplements you use during match?
No, it's
for,
just
for recovery or for preparation.
the only this what I have told I take. This dates, nuts, dry fruits I take, bananas I take. I drink a lot of water. Other than that, I don't do.
So this was the first sport you tried, or how did you land up in table tennis?
That's what I was initially like very fat when I was small. So in my place, I am actually from Alapi in Kerala. So there, the only sports choices available was basketball and table tennis. And my mom wanted me to play an indoor sport. So So like that I was introduced, and initially in the 1 month only my sir told like keep playing, don't stop, so that I see a potential in her. Like that I kept on.
One last question. Training in Kerala versus training in Karnataka. How different is the approach and methodology?
Yeah, I see a lot of differences, like, but I don't see that here. The one thing is that in Kerala, one academy, we used to feel it as one family. We never used to leave that academy. I could feel that here when I came here, like parents are involved, all are like talking to each other, and that's really important so that we can share things with each other. But in Karnataka, I have seen like more people are oriented towards individual. That is also a good way. If you want more performance, you should keep exploring for more, right? And from Kerala, I used to have less practice partners. I only had 1 or 2 of them. But here I can find many good players apart from Kerala. Then here I felt more people are more competitive, like result oriented. They focus more on fitness. That is really important. And that's what in Kerala, like when I was coming up, there wasn't much good players. And only now more table tennis started spreading. So after I came here, I feel it has improved. But Bangalore, like more Josh, I think.
Lovely. Okay. So can we all make some noise and do a big applause? You want to do it now or
Finish.
Yeah.
Bhavina also.
yeah, okay. So yeah, we have one more speaker now. So she's a Paralympian, and I will request Dinesh to introduce her.
Let's see if she's able to hear. She seems not. No, we disconnected in this also. Audio is incomplete.
This was somebody's calling.
Hi, Bhavina. Can you hear me?
Yes, Bhaiya.
We need one. Can you connect?
Turn to that side. She wouldn't even hear that. You can reply. You can.
For this we can
Just a second, Bhavina. Just
Okay.
setting up. 2 minutes.
you can mute that. Hello.
Hello.
Ma'am, you're able to hear us?
Yes, sir.
Reduce the volume. Okay, you can see all the players. They're all
Yes.
ready to listen to you, ma'am. And
Okay.
Dinesh sir will do a quick introduction of you, and then we can start off.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. She's doing the PPT. Okay.
So, our next speaker who is joining us from Gujarat is Bhavina Ben. Bhavina Ben is a fantastic player who is going to represent India in the Olympics Tokyo. She qualified for even the previous edition of the Olympics, but due to few logistics and other issues, she couldn't make it. She's been the national champion, I don't know, from 2010 or even from the time she started playing. She's been the front end for para table tennis. Like how Maria explained about how things go in table tennis, the para table tennis fraternity is a little different because the players have to push to get the things organized. And she's been a very key person to get the players together, get the things organized, and then also proceed to perform and deliver results not only in the country but for the country in the international event. There's a lot of wins that she has. One that I have personally witnessed her doing was in the Asian Games, Asian Championship 2017. I'm a big fan of hers from the start, how she prepares to the serve. Like the first time I saw her serve itself, I'm learning this from you and I'm taking it to teach my kids. So she's before she serves, she starts easily a 10-second break, and I was very curious to ask her, like, what do you think in that? So वो एक question है आपके लिए भाविना बहन. तो with that introduction, I'll quickly join with Bhavina. Thanks Bhavina for joining.
Thank you, भैया.
आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. एक मिनट.
अभी आ रहा है? अभी आ रहा है?
भाविना आप म्यूट में है क्या?
नहीं नहीं, म्यूट मैंने अनम्यूट कर दिया है. आ रही है आवाज अभी?
Not able to hear you, ma'am.
मैंने अनम्यूट कर दिया है.
I'll reconnect. And can you try once?
हेलो, आ रही है आवाज?
No, it's not coming.
हेलो हेलो.
Hello.
हाँ जी सर, आ रही है आवाज?
एक मिनट भाविना, आवाज नहीं आ रही.
ओके.
भाविना आपको सुनाई दे रहा है?
हाँ, आ रही है आवाज मुझे तो.
हाँ, इसमें तो सुनाई दे रहा है.
आपको आ रही है आवाज?
हाँ, आ रही है.
ओके.
Can you try once more, ma'am?
ओके.
Not going to.
Is it only from here?
There is normal phone call only will.
Normal phone call? Yeah, this is speaker, but I can't get this out. That doesn't work.
Okay, can you try once more? Bhavina, ma'am?
हाँ जी. Can you hear me?
हाँ. Anything?
Yeah. Now it should be audible, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, audible. Guys, settle down. Starting.
Here, आपके जैसे आपने देखा बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं. We have a lot of players and parents eager to hear from you. आप कुछ अपने बारे में इंट्रोड्यूस करके स्टार्ट करना चाहेंगे? Then we can move to the questions.
हेलो एवरीवन. बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है कि मैं आप लोगों के साथ आज बात कर रही हूँ. आप लोगों को ऐसे देख के मतलब बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि मैं भी जैसे वहां पर ही हूँ, ऐसा फील हो रहा है. और मेरा नाम तो आप सब जानते ही है, भाविना पटेल। मैं अभी पैरा ओलंपिक्स के लिए क्वालिफाई हुई हूँ और अभी मेरा वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग नंबर 8 है। जस्ट थोड़े दिनों पहले ही हम लोगों का नेशनल चैंपियनशिप हुआ था और उसमें मुझे गोल्ड मेडल मिला है। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू भाविना। जैसे ने बोला कि आपने ओलंपिक्स के लिए क्वालिफाई हुए हैं, हमारी तरफ से शुभकामनाएं। थैंक्स अ लॉट।
थैंक यू भैया। थैंक यू एवरीवन।
और बस हमें कुछ प्रश्न है आपसे पूछने के लिए कि आप ओलंपिक के लिए स्पेशली कुछ ट्रेनिंग कुछ कर रहे हैं, तो उसके बारे में हमको थोड़ा रिव्यू शेयर कर।
श्योर। अभी ओलंपिक्स की प्रिपरेशन के लिए मतलब मैं बहुत सारी चीजों को ध्यान में रख रही हूँ। कोई भी चीज के लिए मैं कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं कर रही हूँ। मैं बहुत सारे एक्सपर्ट्स के अंडर में मतलब ट्रेनिंग कर रही हूँ, जैसे कि फिजियो से लेके डायटिशियन, साइकोलॉजिस्ट, मतलब मेरा जो कोचिंग है, वो सारी ही चीजों को मैं बहुत अच्छे से ध्यान रख रही हूँ और उसको पूरी तरह से फॉलो कर रही हूँ कि उसके लिए मैं मतलब कोई भी एक छोटी सी चीज के लिए भी कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं कर रही हूँ और बहुत अच्छे से मैं करना चाहती हूँ और ओलंपिक्स में जाके मतलब हमारे कंट्री के लिए कुछ करके दिखाना चाहती हूँ।
थैंक यू भाविना। बस आप अपने जर्नी के बारे में जरा बताइए, ये ओलंपिक्स क्वालिफिकेशन के लिए कैसा प्रोसीजर्स है, क्योंकि हमारे पास अभी बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं एंड अब जस्ट सम टाइम अगो मारिया मेंशन्ड वी शुड एम हाई। तो ऐसे ओलंपिक जाने के लिए कितना स्टेजेस है, क्या क्या होता है करके आप जरा बताएं तो बच्चों के लिए इट विल बी वेरी इंफॉर्मेटिव एंड एनकरेजिंग।
ओलंपिक्स तक जाने के लिए मतलब आपको बहुत सारा हार्ड वर्क करना पड़ेगा। बहुत सारा हार्ड वर्क ही है और अपने आप पर कॉन्फिडेंस ही है जो आपको अपने गोल तक पहुंचा सकता है। क्योंकि लाइफ में बहुत सारी ऐसी प्रॉब्लम्स तो आती ही रहेगी, लेकिन उसको भी ओवरकम करके अगर आप सही में दिल से करना चाहते हो तो वो कर सकते हो। लेकिन आप में वो कैपेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए, आप में उतना कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए, आप में इतना अपने आप में बिलीव होना चाहिए कि आप कर सकते हो। और मतलब बहुत सारे ऐसे ओलंपिक्स में जाने के लिए बहुत सारे स्टेप्स रहते हैं, उनके क्राइटेरिया रहते हैं जो फॉलो करने होते हैं। जैसे कि मुझे पैरा ओलंपिक्स क्वालिफाई करने के लिए मुझे भी क्राइटेरिया कंप्लीट करने थे, जैसे कि उसमें क्रेडिट सिस्टम पॉइंट्स रहते हैं वो कलेक्ट करने होते हैं। फिर जो रीजनल चैंपियनशिप रहती है वो आपको उसमें भी अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस देना पड़ता है, आपको वर्ल्ड रैंकिंग में आना पड़ता है। और उसके अलावा बहुत सारी ऐसी ओपन टूर्नामेंट्स रहती है जो आपको खेलनी होती है। इस तरह से आप ओलंपिक्स में जा सकते हो। ऐसे ही वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप का और एशियन गेम्स, एशियन चैंपियनशिप, सारी चैंपियनशिप्स के लिए उनके क्राइटेरिया डिसाइड किए जाते हैं और उस हिसाब से आपको खेलना पड़ता है।
Is it clear? All of you know Hindi so well. I thought only I was struggling with Hindi. थैंक यू भाविना बहन। बस आपके गेम के बारे में थोड़ा क्लैरिफिकेशन और डिस्कशन। हर एक क्लोज गेम के हार या जीत के बाद आप कैसे उसको संभालते हैं, क्योंकि हमारे बच्चे तो हमेशा पहला रोने से ही शुरू होता है, तो आप कैसे संभालते हैं, तो उसके ऊपर कुछ आपका उपाय दिए तो अच्छा है।
हाँ, मैं जरूर बताना चाहूंगी कि जब भी मैं जीतती हूँ तो वो तो मुझे पता है कि ऑफ कोर्स वो तो खुशी रहेगी ही रहेगी। लेकिन क्या होता है कि जब आप मतलब जीतते हो उसके बाद भी अगर आप मतलब ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हो गए तो मतलब बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, आप गेम को फिर समझ नहीं पाओगे, और मतलब जो गेम में आपने गलतियां की है उसको भी आप समझ नहीं पाओगे। तो जीतना तो है ही, लेकिन जीतने के बाद भी आपको अपने जो छोटी छोटी गलतियां भी की हो उस पर काम करना पड़ेगा, और उसी को ही आपको मतलब सुधारना पड़ेगा, तभी जाके आप जीतने को भी और अच्छे से जीत सकते हो, और उसको मतलब आप बहुत अच्छा कर सकते हो। और जब हारते हैं तब मैं अपना बताऊंगी कि जब मैं हारती हूँ तो मैं ऐसे सोचती हूँ कि मतलब ये चीज मेरे लिए एक लेसन था, कि ये मेरा एक्सपीरियंस था कि मैंने जो जो गलतियां की है उस पे मुझे कितना काम करना है, उस पे मुझे कितनी प्रैक्टिस करनी है, और अपने आप को कंट्रोल कैसे करना है, उस टाइम कॉम हमको खुद को काम रखना है, और उसी टाइम को पॉजिटिव में क्योंकि उस टाइम नेगेटिव थॉट्स ही आएंगे, अगर आप हारते हो तो आपको नेगेटिव थॉट्स बहुत आएंगे, लेकिन उसी को ही पॉजिटिव वे में आपको कन्वर्ट करना है। तो उस टाइम आप अगर हारते भी हो तो भी आपको लगेगा कि नहीं, कुछ आप सीख रहे हो।
You. So, every failure is a lesson, and every success is a something. Don't take. They say don't take your failure to your heart and the success to your head. Very true. बस ये मैं अभी आपका गेम का वीडियो नहीं है, नहीं तो सबको दिखाता था कि आप हर एक सर्विस के पहले कितने टाइम सोचते हैं और सर्व करके रैली शुरू करते हैं। तो ये मेरा ये प्रश्न पहले आई थिंक 2015 से ये खड़ा है कि आप उस टाइम पे क्या सोचते हैं और क्यों करते हैं ये वेट।
ये इसीलिए किया जाता है कि जब भी आप कोई सर्विस करने के लिए जा रहे हो, एक तो जो आप प्रैक्टिस करते हो वो आपके दिमाग में तो होता ही है कि आप मतलब कौन से पॉइंट के बाद कौन सी सर्विस कर रहे होगे, वो आपको आप मतलब गेम से पहले ये सारी चीजें आपको सोचनी पड़ती है, मतलब उसके ऊपर काम करना पड़ता है। जब आप खेलने के लिए जा रहे हो, आप किसके साथ खेलने वाले हो, आपका अपोनेंट कौन है, वो क्या खेलता है, वो सारी डिटेल्स आपके पास होनी चाहिए, तब जाके आप उसके अगेंस्ट खेल सकते हो कि आपको क्या खेलना है। जैसे कि आप सर्विस करने वाले हो तो उससे पहले यही सोचना होता है कि जो सर्विस आप कर रहे हो उसका नेक्स्ट बॉल कहाँ पर आएगा। अगर आपको नेक्स्ट बॉल पता है और आप उस जगह पे रेडी हो तो आप कॉन्फिडेंटली उसको अटैक कर सकते हो, उसको प्लेसमेंट दे सकते हो, उसको टॉप स्पिन लगा सकते हो। मतलब बहुत सारे ऐसे वेज है, अगर आप रेडी हो नेक्स्ट बॉल के लिए और आप मतलब सर्विस से पहले वो चीज को सोच के मतलब करोगे तो वो आपका पॉइंट रहेगा, वो श्योर है।
Yeah, I think when I ask you guys to think for 5 seconds and serve, if you see her, she will be thinking like 15 seconds. And the rallies in their game are so intense that you really have to prepare and work out to win each point. Thank you, Babina. So, अभी वर्ल्ड टेबल टेनिस डे हम मना रहे हैं, तो इस साल का थीम है फीमेल एम्पावरमेंट। आप कितने स्पोर्ट्स प्रमोशन हो, फीमेल्स के सपोर्टर हो, अगर कोई भी डिफरेंस किसी में भी रूम एलोकेशन से किसी में भी हुआ तो आप कितना पंगा लेते हो सबसे, आई मीन इन द जोवियल फ्रंट। तो सॉरी मीरा, तो ये फीमेल एम्पावरमेंट के पर आपका ओपिनियन क्या है?
हाँ, मैं मतलब फीमेल एम्पावरमेंट के लिए ऐसा बोलना चाहूंगी कि मतलब फीमेल में इतनी सारी कैपेबिलिटीज होती है, उनमें इतनी शक्तियां होती है ना कि जो मतलब मेंस में नहीं होती है, वो मैं ट्रूली बताऊंगी। क्योंकि विमेन क्या है कि मतलब वो घर को भी संभालती है, फैमिली संभालती है, बच्चे संभालती है, और उसके साथ भी खेल को भी खेल के दिखा सकती है। मतलब ऐसा एक भी काम ऐसा नहीं है कि विमेन नहीं कर पाती है। विमेन में इतने सारे पावर्स है कि वो चाहे अपने अंदर मतलब इतनी शक्तियां पैदा करके वो चाहे कुछ भी हो कर सकती है। तो मेरे लिए तो यही है कि मतलब वुमेन्स है मतलब फीमेल है तो मतलब और उसने एक बार ठान लिया तो वो जहां उसको जाना है वो वहां पहुंच के ही रहती है।
सही बात है, शक्ति है तो सब है। ट्रू। ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लेंगे। मुझे वेरी थैंकफुल दैट अमंग योर ओलंपिक प्रिपरेशन टाइम यू हैव स्पेंड दिस टाइम। तो हमारे प्लेयर्स के लिए एनी एंड फॉर एवरीवन प्रेजेंट हियर एनी क्लोजिंग नोट्स एंड एडवाइस फ्रॉम यू?
यस श्योर। मैं सबको यही बोलना चाहूंगी कि आप सभी किसी से कम नहीं हो। आप सब भी मतलब बहुत अच्छा कर सकते हो, लेकिन आपको वर्क हार्ड करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि वर्क हार्ड से ही सारी चीजें मिलती है। क्योंकि मुझे भी पता है कि मैंने भी मतलब प्रॉब्लम्स आती रहती है। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि मतलब विदाउट प्रॉब्लम्स कोई ऊपर तक पहुंच जाएगा और ओलंपिक्स तक चला जाएगा। हर एक में वो कैपेबिलिटी होती है और वो कर भी सकता है, लेकिन क्या होता है कि अपने आप में कॉन्फिडेंस रखना चाहिए, अपने आप पर बिलीव रखना चाहिए और वर्क हार्ड करना चाहिए। अगर आप किसी चीज को अपने दम पे करोगे तो आई थिंक मुझे नहीं पता कि मतलब कोई आपको कहीं से रोक सकता है, क्योंकि आप में वो चीज पाने के लिए मतलब करने के जुनून होना चाहिए आप में, तो आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो। और मुझे ये पे यहाँ पे था और ऐसे मुझे यहाँ पर ज्वाइन किया, उसके लिए मैं थैंक यू वेरी मच बोलना चाहूंगी दिनेश भैया और बाकी सब प्लेयर्स और पेरेंट्स और सबको मैं दिल से थैंक्स बोलना चाहूंगी। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू बवीना। आप जब हमारे वर्ल्ड टेबल टेनिस डे 2016 में आए थे तो आपका वीडियो एक है हमारे पास, so we just want to share that video.
Sure.
Hello everyone. The Rotary Fellowship for Table Tennis is a really great initiative to give table tennis the attention it deserves. I would like to wish Rotary and Mr. Krishnajun the very best. Thank you.
Bhavina ji, thank you so much for joining us.
थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू।
आपने हमारा वर्ल्ड टेबल टेनिस डे 2 साल पहले इनॉग्रेट किया था। इस बार मिड क्लोजर, आज का इवेंट का ऑलमोस्ट मिड क्लोजर कर रहे हो ऑनलाइन इवेंट का। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग विद अस।
थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू।
Any questions you want to ask the Bhavina?
Maria, you wanted to interact? Come, say hi. So हमारे साथ Maria Roni है. She was the first speaker for today.
All the best for Olympics. I hope you bring a medal.
Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you.
It was really inspiring to talk to you. Like hear you speak.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
One
Thank
legend,
you.
yeah.
Before we close, भाविना बहन, ये हमारी तरफ से आपके लिए मैं एड्रेस लेके आपको भेजूंगा।
It's okay, भैया।
So,
Thank you very much, भैया।
thank you very much for joining. Just stay on for a few more seconds. Sir, call Partha sir. Partha sir, please.
Yeah.
Partha sir is a constant motivator for
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
So,
Thank you, sir.
few words for us.
What I can say, sir. Congratulations, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Pavina ma'am, ये side नहीं देखा आपने.
Oh, super. Yeah, nice one.
I just want to
Virtual bouquet.
virtual bouquet. We will, yeah, we will come to you.
It's okay. Yeah.
So I want to hand Partha sir to thank Maria Rooney for coming and sharing all this with us, a small memento from us.
Nice. Congrats.
So, Maria, we just have a female World Table Tennis Day promotion cup.
Taking phone on.
Yeah.
You can hold.
Yes.
Yeah, you can hold.
Actually, all the
Okay. Feel at home. We still have one more person to felicitate. I think this person is. Do you know who the silent assassin from table tennis is? Who is called a silent assassin? No, Checkmate will come next. From world level, Lin Junru is termed as the silent assassin because he beats the top players with less noise. And we have one player from Checkmate who has performed extremely well in the recent nationals, and we want to take this opportunity to felicitate him. So I call upon Datta Prasad. Datta sir, once again, please. Thank you. Praveen sir will hand over the bouquet. They are practice partners.
One evening.
So the silent Datta that you see here is totally different when he is on the national scene, okay?
I know.
So he's
Hello.
Praveen. He's, we three of us coach together here at Checkmate and do the wonders.
Wonderful speech, ma'am. Very nice.
Hello, sir.
Thanks, Pavina. Without holding you long, thank you all. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Veya. Thank you. Bye.
So this one should stop. Yeah, it should stop. Turn this.
Okay. Can you all join for a group photo? The last thing is a group photo.